area.
Yeah, it really is.
You and I will be in the next one here, Mark. The next competition. Next year, we'll train.
Skydiving or parasailing?
Yes.
Yes, both. All right, thanks for helping out today. We hope to see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 now at 5 starts right now.
Right now at 5, former Badger football player Quintez Cephas has been reinstated at UW-Madison, and we will have the very latest.
Plus, we'll tell you how Dane County leaders are still dealing with groundwater issues following last year's historic flooding.
From the Channel3000.com alert, this is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with News 3 Now. Susan is off tonight. UW-Madison has reinstated Quintez Cephas as a student, and that is effective immediately.
About a half an hour ago, UW Athletics announced that Cephas will also be rejoining the football program. The 21-year-old was expelled from school and suspended from the Badgers football team last year after being accused of sexual assault by 2 women. He was acquitted of those charges earlier this month.
Well, we have team coverage. Cephas's reinstatement with Amanda Quintana and Madeline O'Neill. Let's start with Amanda, who is live downtown where Cephas's attorneys just held a press conference to thank the UW for that decision. Amanda?
Yes, well, Cephas and his attorneys are very happy about this decision. They say they've been waiting a year for this decision to come out. They say that it was exactly a year ago today that Quintez Cephas had to tell his teammates that he was stepping down, not going to be on the team anymore because he was facing 2 felony charges. His lawyers today saying thank you to Chancellor Rebecca Blank. Thank you for, quote, doing the right thing, giving Cephas his life back in time to pursue his academic and athletic dreams. Since his expulsion, his lawyers have been arguing that he was being punished for a crime he didn't commit. Today, Cephas was asked why he decided to stay at UW instead of going to another school.
Because of my teammates and my coaches and them doing as much as they could to support me through this whole thing. So I have no reason to run from Wisconsin. I'm just here to continue my education and continue to play football.
Although his lawyers had hoped for a decision earlier, UW officials say they didn't have all the information needed to make a decision until now. Chancellor Blank saying, quote, all 3 of the primary participants in this case are our students, and I know the past year has been painful for everyone involved. My decision is based on the availability of substantial new information that wasn't made available to us during the earlier process. I recognize that some will disagree with this decision. The school, though, did find Cephas in violation of a lesser charge, not the sexual assault charges, but a sexual harassment charge, and that was for taking pictures of the 2 women that accused him. His lawyers today saying that he's done everything to resolve that, and he is going back to school in good standing.
All right, Amanda Quintana reporting. Thank you. The UW's decision is coming with plenty of reaction.
Yeah, that's right. Madeline O'Neill has more live on campus with why some are not cheering that Cephas may be back on the field. Maddie?
Well, as Chancellor Blank says in her statement, not everyone will agree with her decision to allow Cephas back here on campus. Some say that decision has implications for the students here. Aaron Thornley-Parisi, executive director of the Rape Crisis Center, says the whole issue has been complex, adding that the criminal justice system needs improvement, both for sexual assault survivors and Black people. Thornley-Parisi worries that with Cephas's readmission, survivors might not consider campus a safe space.
I'm not going to second guess the chancellor's decision, but I am very aware that there are going to be people on campus who are going to be hurt, and survivors who are going to say there's just no point in ever telling.
The Rape Crisis Center's message today is they're here for survivors and they believe them. The chair of PAVE, a victim empowerment group here on campus, tells us today she's displeased but not surprised in the university's decision. Now, when asked about the Rape Crisis Center's response during the press conference today, Cephas's attorney was adamant. Now that he's been found not guilty, he says we should treat him as such. We'll hear more from him tonight at 6.
All right, Madeline O'Neill, live downtown. Madeline, thank you.
In other news, an investigation is underway after a plane crashed near the Fort Atkinson Municipal Airport. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says deputies responded to a single plane crash north of the airport just before noon. Deputies say the pilot was the only one in the plane and was not injured. The pilot said the plane had engine failure during takeoff, and he tried returning to the airport. Unable to make it back, he instead landed the plane in a field. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating the crash.
All right, let's get a look at your first alert weather now. Meteorologist Dana Fulton joining us on the weather patio. Dana?
Right now it is just beautiful outside. A nice sunny day, blue skies, and nothing new coming in for this evening. So I definitely encourage you to get outside and enjoy it if you can. We have a live look from our Edgewater Skycam. Again, a beautiful picture for us currently. Temperature-wise, it's not too bad outside either. We haven't had anything new move in on our Doppler track at all today. And again, overnight we will stay quiet. It's about 81 in Madison and Janesville currently, close to 86 in Mineral Point. So close to average, if not just a little bit above for most of the area. And compared to this time yesterday, it is just a little warmer, but still a really nice summer day with our dew points hovering close to 60. It's not too humid outside. Looking ahead to Tuesday, plan on the slight chance for a few showers and thunderstorms to bubble up later in the day. It'll be warm yet again, but it'll be much, much cooler for the middle and end of the week. We'll take a look at that full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Dana, thank you. Dane County saw 18 inches of rain above normal last year, and most of it was due to the historic flooding we saw last summer.
This year, the average rainfall is already 8 inches above normal. Gabrielle Vaquera is live at Lake Monona, that is, with more on how people are still living with the damage and what officials have planned to fix it.
Homeowners and farmers are among those who are still living with the issues from the floods, but because of the damage, $18 million was allotted to the budget this year in Dane County to deal with future flooding issues. 1 year ago, 15 inches of rain dropped, causing over $154 million in damage across Dane County.
You're down to about 9.5 inches.
Today, the groundwater table is still causing homeowners flooding issues and costing farmers valuable agriculture production.
Because of not only the rain last year, but this rain, is that we have record high groundwater. And as I mentioned, you can see that as you drive throughout the county, and you see areas that were cropland that are underwater now.
Nearly 1 of every 10 acres of farmland in Dane County went unplanted this spring, according to Parisi.
And you can look over here, and if you look high, you can see right where the water table is. It's not going to amount to anything, just the waste putting it in. It's what's sad.
John Brown rents his land to a farmer and says he will see a loss this year.
I would say he's going to lose at least half.
So that groundwater situation is a challenge. And again, there's nothing that any of us can do about that. That's just a function of all of the rain that we get.
Instead, county officials are focusing on improving water flow with a 5-phase plan to remove sediment from the bottom of the Yahara River and lakes, along with purchasing 160 acres of land.
We can't control the weather. We can't stop it from raining 15 inches in one event like it did last year. But we're doing everything we can to make sure that we can respond the best as possible.
To be better equipped for response, the county purchased more sandbagging machines, a water rescue boat, and added weed cutters. Phase 1 of that 5-phase sediment removal plan is expected to begin this fall between Lake Monona and Lake Waubesa.
All right, Gabby. It's been a long year.
Yeah, it has been.
Thank you. Dane County Sheriff's deputies are investigating a string of burglaries and vehicle thefts that happened over the weekend. On Saturday morning, owners reported their vehicle was stolen from Borchers Beach Road. That's in Westport. Then early this morning, a car was stolen from a driveway on Saracen Way in Middleton. The final burglary also happened this morning. That was on North Coleth Road in Springdale, where an SUV was stolen. Deputies say in all 3 cases, the vehicles were left unlocked. Dane County Sheriff's Office says the incidents are still under investigation. They remind people, lock those doors to your vehicles, your garages, and also your homes.
The lawyer representing Visions nightclub says he will contest allegations city officials are making as they seek to revoke the club's liquor license.
The city attorney's office sent a letter asking the Common Council to take away that license, which is in effect until June of 2020. And Rose Schmidt explains what the city is alleging here and then what happens next. Rose.
Yes, a more than 50-page complaint from the city attorney's office lists more than 50 police calls to the neighborhood near Visions since 2012. The most noteworthy was a shooting and a stabbing last December that left 5 people injured. The city attorney's office is now seeking to have the nightclub's liquor and adult entertainment licenses revoked, alleging that the club made expansions inside without the city's permission and that neighbors have complained the nightclub negatively impacts their quality of life. Alder Grant Foster says he wants to hear what Vision's owners have to say, but believes community input is necessary to the process.
I think that the concerns are significant, and from a number of the residents that I've spoken with, you know, this has not been a positive influence in their neighborhood for decades. So, you know, I think dismissing those concerns would be problematic.
Vision's attorney tells me his plan is to vigorously contest the city's allegations. He says if there are problems in the surrounding neighborhood, then the Quick Trip next door is to blame. After the shooting last year, Quick Trip drastically scaled back its hours. Vision's attorney says he and the club's owners will all be at the Alcohol License Review Committee meeting on Wednesday. They were summoned by the city to appear there, and members of the public are welcome to submit comment. There will also be a public hearing scheduled at a later date before a decision about that liquor license is officially made.
All right, Rose Schmidt reporting that. Rose, thank you.
Willie Street Co-op North is a bit more colorful after today's community mural art painting. After a vote for the winning mural theme, the public and co-op employees chose Good Things Grow Here. The theme acknowledges the diversity of Madison and the people that help the co-op grow. Today, anyone is invited to paint the mural with the help of the designers Dane Arts Mural Arts. Willie Street Co-op wants to bring people together and let them be a part of the mural they voted on.
You can hold the paintbrush and you can apply the paint, you're qualified. So it's a great way to involve the community in, you know, you don't have to have experience in painting, but just want to be a part of something bigger and add to the mural.
People are invited to paint panels on the mural until 7 o'clock tonight. Dane Arts Mural Arts will add a few finishing touches, and then the final mural will be shown October 13th.
The Viola Zoo regularly hosts events honoring its animals, but today's Orangutan Conservation Day went above and beyond just the fun and festivities. The zoo, of course, teaches about the red-haired primate's curious and engaging personalities, but also shows visitors how orangutans are endangered as their habitat is destroyed. A big reason for that is deforestation for palm oil. Zoo manager Beth Peterson says palm oil is used in a lot of our foods and also our beauty supplies.
When you're a consumer and you have money to spend, you should know how you're spending your money and what consequences they might come from it. So be more mindful of the products that you use and the impact that they have.
Peterson says it can be hard to remove all palm oil out of your life, but she suggests using sustainably farmed palm oil instead. For the zoo's orangutans, Datu and Chelsea, they'll be enjoying the rest of the day today with plenty of treats and new toys as well.
They look happy.
They do.
Well, the Nails Tales sculpture outside Camp Randall Stadium is scheduled for removal on Wednesday, as UW Fieldhouse South Plaza is being prepared for a redesign. Nails Tales will be stored about 15 miles southeast of campus on university property. Reconstruction of South Plaza will begin February 2020 and is set to be completed before the start of the 2020 football season.
And speaking of football, the Badgers find themselves ranked to the AP preseason college football poll, checking in at number 19 in the nation. Defending champ Clemson is ranked number 1 in the poll, followed by Alabama and then Georgia. The Badgers, one of 7 Big Ten teams ranked in the poll, led by Ohio State at number 5. Michigan is at number 7. The Badgers will open at South Florida in just 11 days, August 30th. Down at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
Well, with many students headed back to school, the Dane County Sheriff's Department is offering tips for parents to talk to their children about active shooter situations. Deputy Jocelyn Longley says it's important for parents to encourage their kids to see something, say something, no matter their age. That includes talking to them about how they'd react in an active shooter situation. For example, tell your child to think about 3 ways that they would exit a given space.
Age-appropriate conversations about, you know, if you were in church or if you were in school and you had to get out, tell me 3 places you could get out. You know, you don't have to scare them and use other tactics, just getting them thinking. Or, you know, if we were here in this area and something happened and we had to get somewhere safe, where is somewhere we could get behind a door? How could we lock it? How could we barricade it?
And News 3 Now this morning is helping your family get ready to go back to school all month long. Tomorrow, to tell you how you can help teachers cover the cost of their classroom supplies and get a pint of an adult beverage for free in the process.
There's a little incentive for parents out there.
I don't know the tie in there.
No. Well, parents need a little something to help them through these tough
absolutely.
days. All right, more to come on News 3 Now at 5 up next. After 5 years of investigations and protests, a New York City police officer has been fired for the chokehold death of an unarmed black man, and we will have the very latest.
And then coming up tonight at 6, an impressive young lady is leading her own science and tech effort at the UW. Get this, she's 13 years old. We'll share her story.
A good start to the week on Wall Street. The Dow up 250 points. The NASDAQ adds 107. The S&P climbs 35. We'll be right back. The police officer involved in the death of the unarmed black man in New York Staten Island lost his job today.
New York City's police commissioner fired the officer, Daniel Pantaleo, who put the 43-year-old into a banned chokehold. Commissioner James O'Neill said he agrees with the judge's recommendation to fire the officer, but he says the tragedy was on both ends, starting with Gardner's decision to resist arrest for allegedly selling loose cigarettes.
Every time I watch that video, I say to myself, as probably all of you do, to Mr. Garner, don't do it. Comply. To Officer Pantaleo, don't do it. But none of us can take back our decisions, most especially when they lead to the death of another human being.
I truly, sincerely thank you for firing the officer. Regardless to however you came up to your decision, you finally made a decision that should have been made 5 years ago.
A local grand jury and the Justice Department both declined to prosecute Pantaleo in the case which became a turning point in the national movement against police brutality. The Gardner family says it'll continue fighting for a law in their father's name, making chokeholds illegal in New York State.
The acting director of the Federal Bureau of Prisons has been removed from his position more than a week after millionaire financier Jeffrey Epstein took his own life while in federal custody. Attorney General William Barr announced Hugh Hurwitz's reassignment today. Hurwitz had served as the agency's acting director director since May of 2018. No reason was given for that reassignment, but the move comes as the Bureau faces increased scrutiny after the suicide at a New York jail. The FBI and Justice Department's Inspector General are investigating.
Let's get a look now at your first alert weather forecast. Meteorologist Dana Fulton has it for you. Dana.
Overall, today has really been wonderful. Sunny and quiet on our Doppler track. That's the good news. A few storms well to the south in northern and central Illinois. But outside, it's really pleasant right now. Temperature-wise, it's just a little above average for most of the area, but not too bad. 81 currently in Madison. Our dew points are in the upper 50s, which means it actually feels comfortable. A really nice summer evening. Overall, our breeze also staying pretty calm. This is as high pressure has kept us quiet for most of the day. Our next system is going to steadily approach overnight, and by Tuesday we're looking at the slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms to start to build in. Early in the morning we have the chance for some light showers, mainly in the southwest corner of the state. And notice most of the heavy rainfall is going to stay south of us tomorrow, but as that low does approach, we do have the chance for a few showers and thunderstorms to build in later in the afternoon and evening. These cold fronts will pass right on overhead overnight Tuesday and into Wednesday. Behind the fronts for Wednesday, we're looking at a breeze coming from the northwest. Temperatures are going to be a little cooler for the middle and end of the week. Our dew points are also going to drop, and it's going to be nice and sunny for the few days there after those fronts. So again, our shower chances don't really start up until early on Tuesday morning. Most of the heavy rain passes into northern Illinois. We may see a few showers building in later in the day, but not looking at a lot of severe potential for us even in the afternoon. Wednesday, no more showers coming through. It really should be nice outside with our skies steadily becoming mostly sunny by the afternoon and evening. Again, as far as that severe potential goes, it really stays south into Illinois. They're under an enhanced risk for severe weather in central Illinois. That marginal risk does cross into the southwest corner. The concern with some of those storms early in the day could bring some heavier rainfall, and then a marginal risk also to the north for some of the storms that could pop up later on in the afternoon when those fronts are passing on over. Overnight lows will drop quite a bit thanks to that mostly clear sky. We'll be close to 60 early in the morning. The storm chances early in the day, likely along the state line, and then later in the afternoon we are going to keep a close eye on the radar just to see if any of those storms do start to bubble up for us. Wednesday morning we still have a few clouds hanging on, but by the afternoon plan on a mostly sunny sky. Again, overnight lows will land close to 60. A mostly clear sky expected overnight. That's why our temperatures will fall so much, but overall a really comfortable start to the day. In the afternoon we'll be close to 80. It's going to be warm outside again and a little more humid tomorrow with that slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms developing later in the afternoon for most of southern Wisconsin. That southwest corner, look for some shower chances earlier in the day. Slight chance for rain on Tuesday, and then behind these fronts, our temperatures will be much more comfortable outside. We're in the mid 70s for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Planning on sunshine and those lower dew points there for the middle and end of the week. By the weekend, we'll start to warm up just a little bit. But not by much. We still stay below average. Sunday, our next chance for some showers will start to creep on in. A slight chance for rain developing later on in the day on Sunday, with that system bringing a better chance for showers and thunderstorms on Monday. And then heading into the middle of next week, yet again, we're going to see a little bit of a drop in our temperatures. It should be pretty comfortable outside looking at that forecast. Right now, I do want to take another quick look at the roads and what's going on our highways right now. Here's a look at the Beltline right at Rimrock Road, and overall things look pretty normal for this time of day. The eastbound side a little congested and backed up. Westbound seems to be rolling along a little smoother. There is a crash there on 12 West, right beyond Rimrock Road. The left shoulder is blocked, though. That's the good news. No lanes are blocked at this time on either side of the interstate. And if you're moving anywhere in southern Wisconsin right now, the highways all seem to be in pretty decent shape. The Isthmus seeing the usual delays, but I wouldn't plan on any major delays around Waunakee or DeForest right now. To get from Janesville to the Beltline, it'll take you 27 minutes, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and the drive from Sun Prairie to downtown is just a little longer than usual, about 20 minutes this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thanks. Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, a new study shows accepting unvaccinated children Welcome back. Should pediatricians accept unvaccinated children as patients? Well, a new poll suggests many doctors could lose many of their vaccinated patients if they do. The University of Michigan poll shows 4 in 10 parents say they are very or somewhat likely to take their child to a different doctor if the physician sees families who refuse all childhood vaccines. That poll is based on responses from more than 2,000 parents with a child younger than 18. It also found 3 in 10 parents say their child's primary care office should ask parents who refuse all vaccines to find another healthcare provider.
Healthy children who can receive vaccines must receive those vaccines, and they must do it on schedule. Otherwise, we will not have them as our patients.
The doctors say parents should ask their child's primary care provider about their policies on unvaccinated children.
Thousands of parents all over the country are taking a pledge to wait to give their child a smartphone. Studies have shown too much screen time can lead to lower test scores and hurt the development of memory and language skills. One mother started a group called Wait Until 8th, urging parents to sign a petition, or a pledge that is, to not buy their kids a phone until they've reached the 8th grade. The pledge only covers smartphones. Parents who still want an easy way to get in touch with their child can purchase older model flip phones, and most carriers offer a plan without data. There's also devices like the Gizmo Watch. It provides location tracking and allows kids to receive calls from pre-approved phone numbers.
Too late for me. I already missed out on that. All right, Dana Fulton will rejoin us in a moment. She'll have a final check of our forecast.
On tonight's CBS Evening News, healthcare for millions of women could be impacted by the Trump administration's new funding rules. The head of Planned Parenthood speaks out. An 18-year-old blames a lung injury on vaping and launches a social media crusade to get other teens to quit. And in a league of her own, meet the only girl playing in the Little League World Series. That's all tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
Girl power.
Yeah.
Great evening outside.
It is. It's fantastic right now. Looking at a mostly clear evening temperature-wise, we're pretty comfortable. Close to 80 right now in Madison with those dew points in the 50s, so really in a good spot for the next few hours. Tomorrow there is going to be a slight chance for rain in the southwest corner of the state, Grant County, Platteville included in that early in the day, and then another slight chance for some showers and thunderstorms for the rest of the area in the afternoon. Behind that system, temperatures will be very comfortable there for the middle and end of the week. We have sunshine there stretching into the weekend. Our next chance for showers isn't going to approach until late on Sunday. It'll linger into the start of next week.
That looks like a good week for Charlotte and Susan to be off.
I know.
Yeah.
Good timing.
They timed that well, I'll tell you. CBS Evening News is next. Stay tuned.